Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful and the most beneficent. Countless salutation on last Prophet Muhammad Pak Sallallahu Alaihi wa alihi Wasallam. So, in last lecture, we were discussing about mutations and different types of mutations and how mutations occur. So, today we will continue this. And if anyone has any question, please raise your hand and ask from last question or last lecture. Otherwise, we will continue our lecture, inshallah ta'ala. Jonathan Javed is here. Jonathan Javed. Jonathan Javed, do we have to
Just,
start the lecture or we have to wait for the other participant for one more minute?
just 1 more minute.
Okay, thank you. So please mark the attendance, Jonathan Javed and Laiba Khalid, for your classes, and you can give some relaxation to the students if they just came in the class bit late. Please accommodate and facilitate. So, Bismillah Rahman. We were discussing about Johnson Javed. If there will be any distortion in the voice or screen issues or recording issues, please let me know. So, we were discussing about the mutations. So, here we have a molecular mechanism of mutations. So, we discussed about spontaneous mutation and induced mutation. There are three different types of spontaneous mutation, that is tautomerism, depurination, and deamination. As the names told you, that depurination will in depurination there will be a removal of purine base, and in deamination will be a removal of amino group from the nucleotide base. So after that we have induced mutation, in which physical mutagens are responsible to induce different types of mutations or damage the genome of the organism. So physical mutagens includes radiation, different types of ultraviolet rays or X-rays, or different types of harmful rays are responsible for this one, including ionizing and non-ionizing of the specific bases or amino acids. Heat and other chemical mutagens are also included in this as a physical mutagens to damage the genome of any organism. Chemical mutagens include base analogues, alkylating agents, and intercalating agents. So, if you want to study more about that, the link is given below. You can study this specific link for more study. So, in spontaneous mutation, the damage occur to the genome naturally by not through the action of mutagenic agents. They may rise through errors in DNA replication. If you guys remember the concept of repair mechanism of DNA, or there is so many balance and checkpoints during of the DNA replication, where again and again a human system just check it that is there any error, or the systems just repair those errors. However, still there are some mutations and errors that just moves down to the to the offspring, so they just damage the genome of the offspring. So if there will be any error in the DNA replication process, or the or during the replication of the DNA, then this is known as spontaneous mutation, that will not occur due to different mutagens, however occur naturally in the genome of the organism. When this type of any mutation occurs, there will be no cure for that, and the patient has to bear this for their whole life. Spontaneous alteration of nucleotide within an existing DNA molecule is also included in this spontaneous mutation. So we discussed about three different types of spontaneous mutation. First one was the automerism, second one depurination and demyelination. So in automerism, you can see there is a figures on the left, on the right side of the slide that may help you to understand the concept more effectively. A base is changed by repositioning of hydrogen atom, altering the hydrogen bond pattern of that base, resulting in an incorrect base pairing replication. That is known as tautomerism mutation under the umbrella of spontaneous mutation. So here you can see we have keto form and enol form. In this one, you can see here we have oxygen and carbon. However, this hydrogen from CH2 just moves up with the same carbon, however, just interact with the oxygen here. And now there will be, before that it was two bonds. However, here we have one. This bond just shifted down and this hydrogen molecule just moves up, and now you can see we have an hydroxyl group here, OH as OH, and here there is no CH2 here, only CH, and the valency of carbon is still 3. However, first there will be double bond. If double bond was here with carbon and oxygen, now double bond is here with carbon and carbon. So this spontaneous mutation just changed the hydrogen bonding from this position to this position, and the hydrogen molecule just moves up. This type of mutation is known as tautomerism. After that, there is another type of mutation, that is depurination, loss of purine base to form an apurine site. So that will known as depurination. Any change that leads to the losing of purine base, adenine or guanine, that is known as depurination. And similarly, demyelination, as we already discussed, that the removal of amine group or hydrolysis changes a normal base to an atypical base containing a keto group in place of the original amino acid. So here you have adenine, and then after demyelination, if you can see, the both everything is same here. However, this NH2 group just removes, and we have on an oxygen here with double bond, and one hydrogen is at this position with this nitrogen. So this demyelination is also a type of mutation. After that, we have induced mutation. So nowadays people mostly have induced mutations because of so many variations. Who wants to make some drawing on these slides? I will give you the chance to make some drawing, no worries. However, if someone, please stop. Jonathan, Javed and Laiba Khalid. बेटा ये कौन है जो ड्राइंग करना चाह रहा है? उसको बाद में मैं चांस दे दूंगा. जोनाथन जावेद.
हम्म,
बेटा ये कौन है जो ड्राइंग करना चाह रहा है? पहले तो ऐसा कभी कुछ नहीं हुआ.
पहली दफा ये तुम्हारी क्लास में पहली दफा हुआ है.
मैं बाद में मौका दे दूंगा उनको जो ड्राइंग करना चाह रहे हैं, कोई ऐसी बड़ी बात नहीं है. जी. लाइबा लाइबा खालिद. लाइबा खालिद किधर है बेटा? रेज योर हैंड, वेयर आर यू? जी बेटा,
Yes, sir.
ये कौन है जो ड्राइंग करना चाह रहा है? इसको बाद में मौका दे देंगे. ये दिस इज नॉट
सर पता नहीं।
गुड
ये
जेस्चर।
तो मुझे भी नहीं पता, ना ही यहाँ कहीं शो हो रहा है कि किसकी तरफ से ड्राइंग आ रही है।
बेटा अगर आपकी क्लास में नहीं पढ़ना तो मोस्ट वेलकम, लेकिन ये इस तरह मेरी क्लास को तो ना फिर डिस्टर्ब करें।
जी सर।
पुत्र नहीं तुसी पढ़ना चाहते, मोस्ट वेलकम, बड़ी खुशी होगी हमें, इसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। अपनी क्लास का तो एक ही रूल है, जो नहीं पढ़ना चाहता वो ना आए, लेकिन दूसरों को डिस्टर्ब ना करें। और आप डिठाई और बेशर्मी की हद देखेंगे, मना करने के बावजूद ये हरकत हो रही है। Induced mutation during its lifetime, an organism may be exposed to a variety of physical, chemical, and biological agents capable of causing damages to its genetic material, that is known through physical mutagens. So, different types of radiations or just responsible for these types of mutations. There, for example, X-rays, gamma rays, cosmic rays, ultraviolet rays. So, all these types of different rays are responsible for inducing these types of mutations. uh, After that, the heat is also responsible for these types of mutations to just break some bonds or just generating some new bonds. And different types of chemicals, when interacting with the organism or the body of the organism, then there is also different types of changes that are responsible for these types of mutations. After that, we have different effects of mutations that we are trying to. Hmm. Okay, we have different effects of gene mutations. There are different types of effects. First of all, there are some beneficial effects. After that, there are some harmful effects and some neutral effects. In beneficial effects, sometimes we got some new version of the protein, and that can behave or act better. And these types of mutations, that is essential, is very beneficial for evolution and improving the organism, and the concept of survival of the fittest also just lying down in these types of beneficial mutations. And these types of mutations usually enhance the survival and reproductive success of the organism or the genome, and turn off the harmful genes. However, in harmful effects, no, usually we have harmful effects that just damage the function of the protein, damage the genome, and became the life miserable of that specific person if the mutation is lethal. Sometimes stops the development of the fetus or damage the fetus very badly. So these the main uh, you can say harm of these types of mutations are genetic disorders. And these type there is no cure yet for these types of mutations and genetic disorders, and moves from one generation to another generation to another generation to another generation. However, there is usually very less neutral effects of these types of mutations that is not significantly harm and or give any benefit to the organism or the human body. So there are different types of mutations. I just try to summarize it here, that gene mutations and chromosomal mutations. In gene mutations, there will be replacement of one nucleotide into another nucleotide. That is the insertion or deletion of the specific portion of the gene or the complete gene. However, in chromosomal mutation, changes in the number of chromosomes. If you guys just recall the concept of R and 2R, in which the complete portion or the piecemeal hypothesis, in which the small portions or the segmental duplication, in which the specific segments just duplicate from one chromosome to another chromosome, or the one leg of the chromosome to the other leg of the chromosome, or this mutations also changes the structure and length of the chromosome also. So now we have types of gene mutation: point mutation, frame shift mutation, base substitution mutation, and the silent mutation, missense, nonsense, insertion, deletion, transition mutation, and transversion mutation. We already discussed all that in our previous lecture. So here we have only a specific graph that just trying to depict that which mutations are lying under which specific concept, or like point mutation, frame shift, and base substitution mutations. So now the question is, we try to understand how many types of mutations, what will happen after mutation, how mutations happen, who are responsible for the mutations. So now the question is how to analyze the mutations. If you want to analyze the mutations through experimental work in wet lab, so it will take much time and expenses and resources. So, and you also have to expert in experimental biology to solve or analyze the mutations. uh, First of all, if you want to analyze the mutations, you need resources, funding, experimental lab expertise. Then you have to collect the then you have to collect the blood samples of the mutated person. You have to extract the genome, sequencing proteins, and then you have to analyze the mutations and compare the mutations with the wild type or normal person. However, in computational biology, as we are studying in bioinformatics and computational biology, so there are two main approaches to solve the mutations and analyze the mutations and grab some data or information about the mutation, that where mutation occur, what will happen. First of all, you have to be very careful by doing the literature regarding the specific mutation. You should know which type of mutation it is. It is sense mutation, nonsense mutation, missense mutation, spontaneous mutation, at which amino acid, how this mutation occur. So all these questions you can solve through literature. So you have to do extensive literature. There are different databases available that just mark the mutations. Like in UniProt, there are mutations reported. If there is any reported mutation for the target protein, it will be mentioned in a UniProt. Then you have mutation then you have other databases that has the data of mutations. So here we have two different approaches: online servers we can use, or computational experiments. In online servers, the Hope server and Huma, from human, maybe HUMA. Huma and Hope server is highly cited and easy to use. However, in computational experimental approach for analyzing the mutation, usually nowadays, before almost 10 years back or 8 years back, people just use Hope server and Huma server, different servers, to analyze the mutations. However, this approach is preferable, that is computationally experimental approach. First of all, you have to take the protein sequence, that is a linear sequence or primary sequence of the protein, and you should know where is the mutation. Suppose the protein A has 100 amino acid, and there is a mutation at amino acid position 19 or 20 alanine into glycine. So you should know about that, and you should know that is it sense mutation, spontaneous mutation, that is another story, and you have to solve these questions through the literature. So when you have the protein A and you know that there is a mutation at amino acid number 20, and alanine is just going to convert into glycine, so after that you have to predict the structure. of that sequence. If the structure is available in X-ray crystal, solved by X-ray crystallography or NMR and available in PDB, then you have to just download that structure in pdb.pdb, and you have to change it. You have to use that structure and predict the mutated structure through modeler, and you have to change that amino acid number 20 alanine into glycine into in the sequence, and then you have to predict the structure. Whole structure will be same as the retrieved structure of X-ray crystallography or NMR. However, there will be one change in at the amino acid position number 20. After that, there will be some reported drugs or molecules at that specific amino acid if that amino acid is in the binding pocket. If the amino acid is not in the binding pocket, then there will be not much importance of that mutation. However, if the molecule, if that specific amino acid is in the binding pocket, then we have to analyze that, and that amino acid or that mutation has so much impact. So there will be some reported compounds or molecules against that. So first you have to dock the specific compound against normal wild type protein, and after that the same compound with the same parameters you have to dock against the mutated protein structure that you just generated with the help of modeler. And the amino acid number 20 will be not alanine in the mutated one, it will be glycine. Just try to understand the experiments, the procedure of the experiment. As I remember, you guys well know about all these approaches: structure prediction, molecular docking, and how to solve these. So when you just put this concept into your mind regarding the all the experiments of structure prediction and molecular docking, you will analyze automatically what is happening. So now we have two structure. One is the wild type structure, one is mutated structure, and we are just going to dock those selected compounds at the same position with the same parameters with the help of Autodock or Autodock Vina, Gold, MOE, ESRR, depends on which tool you are going to use. With that analysis, you will know that in wild type, the compound is binding with this specific hydrogen bonding and energy. However, in the mutated one, the energy level will be less or more. Maybe there will be some new hydrogen bonding, or maybe there will be some, we just lose some hydrogen bonding. These types of analysis then solve the effect of that specific mutation in that target protein. And if you want to go one more step, that is the most important step and usually take 2 to 3 months to solve, that is molecular dynamic simulation. By simulation, you will know that what is happening in the protein after that mutation occur. As you know, molecular dynamic protein is always in dynamic form and always moving it and always changing the structure as per the need of the experiment or the need of the protein structure. You can analyze very effectively that how the new mutation that is at the position number 20, as we suppose, just disturb the other structure of the protein. So these two different approaches we use for computational approaches we use to analyze the protein. So students know about structure prediction and molecular docking and how to analyze the docked results. I remember they just perform many experiments on it, and they have very good hands on these approaches. However, now we are just I have some results of Hope server here. Okay, I am going to show you something first. Just give me a minute. Jonathan Javed, please be with me and help me. Jonathan Javed. Okay, please don't mute your mic and be with me, young man. Okay, Jonathan, is there any screen on your laptop sharing by me?
Yes, sir.
Which one? Google?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes, sir.
the best
Hope
teacher ever,
server.
Google. So I just write it Hope server, and now we have a Hope server here. Just open it. Everyone, please be focused. It's very easy. So now we are on Hope server. Just try Hope. So here we have to paste the sequence in single letter code as FASTA sequence, or just write the uniproduct session code. So here we have a uniproduct session code. I'm just going to write that P01542, P01542, and I'm just going to run this one. Here we have the sequence. Suppose our amino acid is at position number 20, that is okay, position number 21, that is tryptophan, and I just select that this specific amino acid is going to mutate, and I just select it here, and now I'm going to, and now you have to specify that the tryptophan is is converting into suppose alanine. So I just selected alanine here and submit the sequence. Now it's going to run it, and it will take much time, usually maybe 24 to 48 hours, and after that you have the results like this way. So this was the first one. We just submit it, and however we have some success here, but still we have some pending jobs. However, I run 3 days back the same protein for you guys, and I have success in all the after 2 days, and after that we have results like this. So which method we used, and which specific structure they used, and amino acid just this specific amino acid just mutates into this one. You can see the figure here that that complete cycle of benzene ring just moves or just removes from this portion and mutates this amino acid into this one. And you can read it the results very carefully, no worries, they just discuss the results. However, we have some no, they just analyze the results that the wild type and mutant amino acids differs in size. The mutant residue is smaller. This might lead to loss of interaction. The hydrophobicity of the wild type and mutant residues differs. The hydrophobic interactions either in the core of the protein or in the surface will be lost. So they just analyze this one. So we have the results here. Change this amino acid into this one. So these all figures are just depicting the mutations have what happened in that specific portion. So this one, the result, these are the results of Hope server. So you guys just read it very carefully after running it. After that we have another server, that is Humma. Jonathan Javed, screen is still
Yes,
there?
sir.
Okay, I
Yes, sir.
think this one, genetic, yes, a platform and a genetic variations. This one, I think, or maybe this one. Okay, so okay, it's running. Here you have this one, and you just similarly you just have to add the sequence, protein sequence here, and just mention which specific amino acid you are going to, like here is we have P69905, P69905, and just run it. So if you will just paste your sequence and specific sequence and just add the mutations, they will analyze it for you. So it will also take some time, so you guys have to try this by your own, and then we will discuss this specific now we have the changes here. So these results we have, and we will have to read these results completely. So this is the small story we have about mutational analysis. However, now people don't really use these servers. People just working on computational drug designing using computational approaches like structure prediction and yeah, molecular docking to solve the queries, as now these servers are not much reliable as compared to this experimental approach that takes 2 to 3 months to analyze the sequence and mutated sequence. Understand? If anyone has any question, please raise your hand. If anyone has any question, please raise your hand. Jonathan Javed, any question? So as you guys know well about docking and structure prediction, so you guys can analyze it very easily. Just take the protein, mutate one amino acid and predict the structure and dock the structure specifically, as you guys already perform in your previous assignments and your previous experiments. So it's very easy for you. You can do it in maybe 1 week if all of your class. I don't know about the morning section, they know about that. Laiba Javed, please represent your class, as we have only 3 to 4 minutes left. Please raise your hand. Laiba Khalid जी बेटा, आप लोगों ने परफॉर्म की हुई है मोलिकुलर डॉकिंग कंप्लीटली?
नहीं सर, कंप्लीटली तो नहीं परफॉर्म की हुई।
सॉरी बेटा, क्योंकि ये जो इवनिंग सेक्शन है इन्होंने की हुई है कंप्लीटली, स्ट्रक्चर प्रेडिक्शन भी और फ्लेक्सिबल और रिजिड डॉकिंग भी, और कैसे उनको एनालाइज करते हैं और कैसे कंपाउंड्स और प्रोटीन जो आपस में इंटरेक्ट करते हैं। तो इनके लिए ये वेब बहुत आसान होगा, क्योंकि इनके लिए थ्योरी समझना सिर्फ काम था, और क्योंकि टूल्स इन्होंने पहले ही वो वाले वो जो स्पेसिफिक मेथोडोलॉजी है वो सीखी हुई है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, बल्कि परफॉर्म भी की हुई है काफ़ी बार. So now they just want to learn how to perform this experiment. So now they just put this small concept into that big approach, and now they have another separate domain of that approach. I will try to deliver 1 or 2 lectures for you guys specifically about regarding molecular docking if you guys are interested and want to learn, so I can give some time to you guys. Depends on your interest. You can
ओके सर,
decide in your class.
ठीक है,
Otherwise, and the
ठीक है
student
सर।
who just want to make some drawing, they don't need to come in the class.
यस सर। सर बाकी ये फर्स्ट टाइम ही हुआ है इधर ड्राइंग का ना, मतलब हमारी दूसरी मैम्स अपनी मैम्स के साथ भी क्लासेस होती हैं, तो वहाँ पर तो कभी नहीं ऐसा हुआ था।
बेटा ये तो मेरी क्लास में भी कभी नहीं हुआ, and I don't know who did
जी
that, but
सर।
it's not a good act. सोचने की सिर्फ इतनी सी बात है। असाइनमेंट्स में आपके सीआरस और जीआरस को बता दूंगा, तमाम स्टूडेंट्स को असाइनमेंट्स परफॉर्म करनी पड़ेंगी ड्यू डेट से पहले पहले, और सोचने की बात सबके लिए, मेरे लिए भी और आप लोगों के लिए भी सिर्फ इतनी सी है कि हम ये लेक्चर्स यूट्यूब पे अपलोड करते हैं एज पर इंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट. हाउएवर इंग्लैंड, इटली, यूरोप, इथोपिया, युगांडा, जापान, यहाँ से भी टीचर्स अपने स्टूडेंट्स के साथ लेक्चर्स अपलोड करते हैं. कभी किसी लेक्चर में किसी स्टूडेंट की बदतमीजी, ड्राइंग, अल्फाज, गाने नज़र नहीं आते, लेकिन जब भी पाकिस्तान से लेक्चर्स अपलोड होते हैं ये चीज़ें नज़र आती हैं. कब तक हम लोग अनसिविलाइज्ड रहेंगे? कब तक हम लोग एजुकेशन का मजाक बनाते रहेंगे? कब तक हम लोग इस तालीम को सिर्फ अपने सर के ऊपर सजा कर रखेंगे, ना कि अपने ऊपर अप्लाई करेंगे? अपने इन सवालों का जवाब अपने आप को दे लीजिएगा, और अगर आपका अंदर इनर सेटिस्फेक्शन मिल जाए कि कोई बात नहीं, हम लोग अगले 100 साल तक भी ऐसे कर सकते हैं, हमें इल्म की ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि कुरान और इस्लाम कहता है कि इल्म नबियों की मेरास है, और कुरान बार 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 इल्म हासिल करने वालों को अप्रिशिएट करता है, इल्म के ऊपर जोर देता है. देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ नॉलेजेस फ्रॉम कुरान: अक्वायर्ड नॉलेज एंड ड्राइव्ड नॉलेज. सो एक इल्म वो जो अल्लाह पाक फरिश्तों के ज़रिए नबियों को देता है, और एक इल्म जो कि साइंस के ज़रिए सीखा जाता है. दोनों इल्म के ऊपर कुरान बात करता है. हम दोनों इल्म में कितना पीछे रह चुके हैं, इसके बारे में सोचिएगा. Thank you so much everyone for joining. I will let your CR and GR know about the assignments, and they will let you know. Thank you so much.